people? Welcome back to my channel. This is Brittany and this is Brit's Budget. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So today I decided I would do basically like a step-by-step guide on how I do my bi-weekly budget. So this is like the pre-budget of how I come up with the amount of my paycheck, how much I'm going to be putting in each, or how much I want to put in each category. And then when I do my budget with me, you'll see how that differs from what my check actually was and how much I'm actually able to put in. So this is kind of like a map, just kind of like a guide of, okay, so this is the amount I'm anticipating. This is how much I want to put here. This is how much I want to put here. And then once I know how much my check will actually be, I'll go through and then I can put the final amounts in there for the pay. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So what I did, I went ahead and put in the categories and their due dates just so we are not taking up too much time in this video. Okay, so for paycheck, I actually use this thing called, it's a paycheck calculator on Google and it's through Suburban. And basically what you do, and I'm just going to show you, I blocked out, how much I get paid and stuff, but I'm going to show you basically what it shows me. So basically you put in your pay rate, whether you're bi-weekly, weekly, semi-monthly, monthly. You put whether you're salaried or hourly. You put in how many hours you make for, you're calculating. And then you put in your dependents for the state and as well as just your federal dependents. Now me, I get most of my money during the year. So at the end of the year, I end up having to pay taxes. Not a lot, but I end up having to pay. So I'll probably start a tax envelope soon to start putting money in there to go towards that. But okay, so right here, it says that my check amount should be $1,113.40 and 44 cents. Okay, so what I do with that, here we go. So 13.44, right? And I subtract $12.25 because I have dental and vision right now. With my employer, I will be getting medical. I don't know if I'm gonna keep dental and vision, but I know for sure I will be getting medical. I believe open enrollment is next month, so it should start in October. So this amount will go down a little more, but this is the amount that I use, $1,101. I leave off the 19 cents and just use the whole dollar when I'm doing my pre-budget, because all of this is whole numbers. So the only time I do the cents is for the actual. So for my budget is going to be $1,101. This will be, for now, will be my general base pay. I'm not like a salaried employee, so it fluctuates. If I have a little overtime, it'll be, more. If I don't, then it'll be, closer to this amount. But I like that increase. I can handle that. I think after my insurance, I think my base pay will be like $1,053 starting in October, somewhere around there. Still an increase. So I'm with it. I'll take it. Okay, so 1101 is what I have to work with. Okay, so normally I'll budget $100 for lights, y'all. Y'all don't understand how frustrated I was when I got, because I already received, sorry, just leave it just a little bit. I already received the bill for the lights. And we have been here 3.5 years, almost 4 years. And we have never had a light bill like this. And I know they were saying something about they had stopped reading meters during the pandemic, so they were kind of just doing a roundabout figure. That's not my fault at all. That's not me. That I have nothing to do with y'all stopping reading the meters or anything like that. Well, the light bill decided it wanted to be $254 and some change. Why? We have a small little 2-bedroom apartment. Like, why is it 200? We don't use that much electricity. We've never, even with the ACs running, like my best friend has one in her room, I have one in my room, and then we have one in the living room. Even with those running, we have never had a $250 anything for the light bill. Like, y'all, I'm gonna pay it. So, it's $254, but my best friend is splitting that with me. And she had already sent it. I actually have to put 153, so I'm gonna just budget 160 for that, because I think a bill came out and I don't know. I'm just gonna budget 160 and maybe less than that, but that's just what I'm gonna budget. Okay, but yeah, I was like, I was so irritated. I was like, we have never, like, our light bill has not got, because we don't pay water nor do we pay sewer, so we just pay electric. And I'm like, we have never had a light bill that high, but it is what it is. Okay, so CBS, $7, storage, $48, self, $50, Netflix, $15. Yep. Discovery Plus, $6. Weight Watchers, $16. Okay, Huntington. So as many of you know, if you watched my previous video, my check was quite low. And so, y'all, it's been a struggle. It just seems like something keeps coming up, but I refused to go into my savings. Like, that's one thing I vowed that I was not going to touch. So I had to make other provisions to take care of the stuff that I need to take care of. So I had to do my standby cash. So instead of it being $66 this month, well, starting September, it's going to be $86. So I'm just going to do $87. Because like $86 is some change. I'll get that total amount when we actually do the actual. And shop is $14. Now, next month, I think I'm going to have to, next pay, not this one coming up, but the following one, I'm going to have to do another $50. It was a total of an additional $70, but the other, because it was different transactions, the other's not going to be due. It'll be October, November, and December that I have to pay those. So I'm just going to take it out of the first check in September to take care of that, and I'll just combine it with the, pay it early or whatever. Go ahead and get it in there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add up all of these totals and see what we have. So we have 160, 7, 48, 50, 15, 6, 16, 87, 14. Okay, so 403 is what we're working with. All right, and then we subtract that from 1101. So we have 698 that we are working with, okay? So we move the $6.98 down, and I forgot to put in my stuff here. Let me move that up. Let me zoom you back out a little bit. Okay, so we have, all right, so let me put here, gas, spending. I'm still a little sick. Like, we were so scared that it was COVID because my uncle went. He was sick, coughing really badly. He went and they told him that he had caught the COVID. And so we're all, because I got sick, my mom got sick, my little cousin got sick. Let me readjust you guys here. My little cousin got sick. My cousin from Maryland got sick. My cousin's boyfriend got sick. Like, all of us got sick. So my auntie got sick. So we're just sitting here like, oh my God, who has the COVID? So that must mean that we all got the COVID because, you know, we're all sick. And me, I had the COVID back in, I believe, April. And this wasn't doing me like, it wasn't doing me like the April vibe. But I'm still like, oh my God, like, what if that is it? And I'm just thinking that it's not and it's a cold. So he was feeling so bad. Okay, so what I did, this is the normal. This stays the same. The first check is $140. The second check is $171 because I have my medicine that I have to get. So I just went ahead and filled that in. But yeah, I had COVID back, and when I tell y'all, it did not do me very well. Like, okay, so I subtracted this from the $6.98, and my remaining total is $5.27. Okay, so that's how much I'm anticipating I'll have to put into my sinking fund. So I'm gonna go ahead and transfer that up here. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fill these in while I'm telling you guys this. Okay, so I had the COVID and I have asthma, and y'all, when I tell you, it was rough. Like, I had, when I first found out and that I had it, like, we live on the 3rd floor, no elevators, like we have stairs. It's an older building. Yeah, I came home after we went and got the rapid test. Came home and I came up these stairs, and y'all, I ripped my mask off and I am dying. Like, y'all, I cannot breathe to save my life. I can't. And I'm like, oh my God, I really have this stuff. I really have it. And so everybody in the house, me, my fiance, and my best friend, we all had to quarantine because we all were sick with the COVID. I, however, was just worse than everybody. I slept, I coughed, I could barely move, I ran a fever. It was a lot. And so when I found out that he had it, I'm freaking out like, oh God, I cannot go through that again. I can't. So he went to the emergency room yesterday because he just said he was just not feeling good at all. Turns out the walk-in clinic that he went to lied. My uncle does not have the COVID. He is it's something, some kind of virus going around. She said it's like influenza. And so that's probably what we all caught at my grandmother's funeral. Someone had it, maybe didn't know they had it, and we all caught it. So this week has been a whirlwind, freaking out, just everything. But I'm positive that going forward we will have, you know, a better week. So okay, so now that I've written all these down, I have one category that I'm adding to this that I am super duper excited about. And it is Nyla. So I am getting a puppy. So my coworker, her Chihuahua had some puppies about 2-3 weeks away. I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago. And she's letting me buy one of the puppies. So I'm so excited. So that's baby Nyla. I do have some pictures, so maybe I'll insert like a picture or something in here so you guys can see her. I won't get her until we move, because where we live now, I can't have puppies, or I can't have pets. We can have cats, but I don't do cats, so we can't even have dogs on the premise. So she's gonna hold her until we move October 1st. So excited about that. So now I just have to save for the pet deposit, which is $300, and then she's charging $200 for the puppy, which isn't bad. So that's what I need to save by by October. I'm gonna save as much as I can, and then what I don't save, my fiance is gonna help me with. So okay, so 527. So what I do, I go through and I do a generalization on what I want for my categories, right? So generally vacation gets 50 and Bayring is going to get 50 as well. Okay, now graduation gets 15. I hope you guys are in frame and can see that. So yes, 15. YouTube, down here, YouTube, car fund, and medical. They all are getting 10. Okay. Okay, this one's getting 5, and then tolls is getting 25. Because I have some tolls that's going to be coming in pretty soon, so I'm just trying to bulk that up so that I can pay that. Okay, so we're going to take 527, and I'll put this over here like that. So 527, and we're going to subtract the vacation in Bayring. We're going to subtract graduation, revamping tolls, and these 3. So that leaves us with 352. Okay, so car maintenance, I'm thinking 10. Electronics can do 5. Beauty 10. Christmas 10. Birthdays 15. That snowball 5. So we're gonna subtract these totals now. So minus 10, minus 5, minus 10 and 10, minus 15, and minus 5. So 297 is what we have left, okay? So I think savings, I'm going to do, let's see. Okay, so moving is gonna get 100. Now, what I'm gonna do with moving, So what I'm gonna do with moving is I'm gonna order through Klarna, and whatever my payments are is gonna come out of the moving fund, and yeah, so it's gonna come out of here, and whatever is remaining will be put in there. We may go ahead and do it for this next check coming up, go ahead and order some of our stuff, but I'm not sure. So yeah, okay, so 297 minus 100, so we have $197 left. Now this I have to bulk up, so I'm thinking I'm gonna do 80 in savings and 117 in puppy. Okay, so this is the plan right here. And once I actually find out how much my check will be, I'll be able to do the actuals and then fill in, and we'll see whether we have more to put towards, you know, our sinking funds, or whether to be less. Like this may be less, I don't know. I do have money from groceries. Like we do have to go pick up a few things, but I believe I'm gonna have some money left over from that. If I do, I will put that either in savings, or I might split it between savings and the puppy. So yeah, so I just wanted to kind of do a step-by-step with you guys on how I figure out what my budget is going to be, or get a generalization, and then we'll come back and do the actuals and see how we did, whether we were able to put more, whether we was on point, whether we had to put less. We'll be able to do that when I do my budget by paycheck video. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Talk to you next time. Bye.